Hello, my name is Taylor King, and I'm one of the Assistant Directors of Admission here at Columbus State University. And today I'm going to take you on a virtual tour of our beautiful and historic RiverPark campus. So unlike most college campuses, RiverPark is going to be totally immersed into the fabric of Uptown Columbus. And so you're getting a very different experience at RiverPark than you would at a traditional college campus. Like I said, it's totally immersed into Uptown, so there's going to be restaurants and coffee shops, businesses, residents, all around our campus facilities, which include residence halls, academic facilities, dining facilities, hangout spaces, all that stuff. So we're really excited to be able to offer this to our students because we do have the best of both worlds here at Columbus State. We have our traditional main campus, which is only 6 miles away from RiverPark. And then we have RiverPark, which is going to be more, again, of that urban or city campus. So the buildings at RiverPark, some of them have been around for well over 150 years. They've been refurbished. A lot of historical preservation has gone on to restore old mills and freight depots and just different warehouses to turn them into academic spaces and campus housing and performance spaces and just a litany of other places you can be here at RiverPark campus. So very excited to share this with you and talk to you a little bit more about our RiverPark campus. So with that, let me share my screen and we will get started. So the first building that we're going to tour virtually here is Carpenters Hall. Carpenters Hall is home to our Department of Communication. The room that we're in right now is our campus radio station, 88.5 FM WCUG, the Coug. So if you're ever in the Chattahoochee Valley area, let's say you're coming to visit Columbus State University in person, or you're passing through, let's say, from northern Georgia or Tennessee, and going down to the Gulf of Mexico, you can always, when you bypass Columbus, to go down there to Panama City or Destin, Pensacola Beach, those kinds of places. You can tune into 88.5 and get a feel for what our university is like and what our students are doing. It's all student-driven content. That's not the only room in Carpenters Hall. We're really blessed to have a great media program just in general. So there's an actual news desk from one of our local news affiliates where students can watch the news being broadcast live on television, which is an amazing opportunity that not a lot of other schools have. We have the In-Pace Center, which is going to be a place where nonprofits can come in and get help with public relations that we do for our students to have internships, which is really cool. We have a YouTube studio, so for you students that are wanting to go viral and take your YouTube channels to the next level, you can most certainly do that here at Columbus State University. We have students who literally have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and all that wouldn't have happened without their original and great content, but also the help of our faculty here at Columbus State University, because that's the future, and those are the things we're thinking about. So Carpenters Hall is beautiful, located again in Uptown Columbus at the edge of Broadway Avenue. So we will go there and go across the street to the Saunders Center for Music. So our music school is nationally and internationally renowned. The Saunders Center is home to the Schwab School of Music. So on the left, you'll see the outside of the Saunders Center. That's just partial of it. It's also attached to the River Center, which is a great performance space in Columbus. We have multiple performance spaces, tons of practice halls in the Saunders Center. We're an all Steinway school, so if you're into piano, you know that's a really big deal. Just an amazing and beautiful facility. The picture on the right here is going to be of Legacy Hall. This is our main performance space for students and faculty in the Saunders School or in the Schwab School of Music at the Saunders Center. An amazing facility. They always joke, the panels at the top look like strips of bacon and the lighting fixtures look like pine cones. Those are all there for optimal music. And so we can raise and lower these panels. We can, make sure that the sound is going to be optimal for your performance spaces, that kind of stuff. And then here in the back of the room is the Jordan organ. And so just a beautiful and amazing organ. We have a great organ competition here at Columbus State. And so really blessed to have an amazing school of music in the Saunders Center. From there, we will head on over to Yancey Center at One Arsenal Place. Now, Yancey Center at One Arsenal is one of our more interesting buildings because it has so many different layers to it. So it's an office building for some of our faculty. It's a classroom building for a multitude of majors at RiverPark. And it is also a residential facility. So offices include spaces for faculty in the College of the Arts. There's also classroom spaces. So on the top left corner, you'll see more of a traditional classroom. There's also graphic design and animation classes and studios in Yancey Center. A lot of history and geography is taught there. Dance, you see the picture on the right. There's a dance studio in one arsenal, as well as a residence hall. And so students can live there. There are private residences for upperclassmen at Yancey Center, and just beautiful, beautiful facility. So not one that's talked about a ton, but it's huge and very important to the fabric of Columbus State, especially at RiverPark Campus. So from Yancey Center, we will head on over to the Corn Center for the Visual Arts. The Corn Center has many galleries and many classroom spaces for students to study all mediums of visual art: painting, drawing, photography, printmaking, paper making, pottery. There's just so many different things that you can do in the Corn Center. There's also a private gallery for Bo Bartlett, who's a famous impressionist, and we'll talk about him here in a little while. Next to the Corn Center, the picture on the right is going to be the Seaboard Freight Depot, which is more of a studio space for our students and classroom spaces as well. And so really blessed to have these amazing art facilities for our students. So whether you're coming in and doing the BA or the BFA or the Bachelor of Arts in History, there's going to be tons of opportunities for you to be totally immersed into a great art culture here in Columbus, Georgia at Columbus University. From there, we'll actually go to the building that's attached to the Corn Center, and that's the Riverside Theater Complex. And the picture on the left is one that you've probably seen many times. It's one of the more beautiful pictures that we have of the Riverside Theater Complex. It's actually taken from the state of Alabama, looking back over across the Chattahoochee River. Riverside Theater is just unbelievable. Again, multiple theater spaces. We have a main stage. We have 2 black box theaters for students to have studio space and just practice. Great wood shop. Just an amazing facility. We do our wig making and costume shop, a huge prop storage area underneath. It's unbelievable the amount and the diverse amount of productions that we put on every year. The picture on the right is of the inside lobby of the Riverside Theater, and just totally spectacular. We're just really blessed to have such an amazing space and an amazing theater program here at Columbus State University. From there, we will walk on over to RiverPark Campus Housing. And the facility that we see here is going to be Broadway Crossing. And this is the main first-year student housing option at RiverPark. There's also Columbus Hall, which is down here, a few doors down from Broadway Crossing. Again, we have one Arsenal. Across the street from Broadway Crossing, we have Rankin, which is for upperclassmen. And then we have Dillingham as well, which is for upperclassmen. But Broadway Crossing is a beautiful facility. Everything is 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom with 4 students. It's all loft style. And so when you go into the rooms, when you walk in, there's a full kitchen, dishwasher included. Unbelievable for first-year students to have that opportunity. And so with that, there's also a living room, and then 2 very large bedrooms where you share your bedroom with one other person, share your bathroom with one other person. There are laundry facilities here. There are also gaming areas. There's a movie lounge with like movie style seating, which is really cool. One thing that you need to know is that, you may wonder, where do I park? Do I have to park on the street? No. So there's actually a parking garage behind this building that we share with the city. And there are certain levels that are dedicated to our students only. And there's also pedestrian bridges to get from the parking garage into our residential facilities. So these residence halls are very secure. We have card access only to get into the buildings, card access to use the elevator or the stairwells, and a key to get into the unit, and a key to get into your individual room. So very secure. we always know that people ask that. University Police is located just a couple of doors down here from Broadway crossing as well. So amazing campus housing, especially at RiverPark Campus. We're really blessed to have the housing here. From there, we'll go down the street a little bit to the Rankin Dining Hall. You'll see this is one of our student dining facilities, and it's truly unbelievable. When you look at the pictures and go in there in person, it looks more like you're in an upscale restaurant than it does a student dining facility. So really blessed to have this opportunity. It is both cafeteria and buffet style. It's a mixture. And so students have all you can eat options while they're here at Rankin, and just a beautiful space to sit and enjoy the camaraderie of students as well. And so faculty and staff will eat there. Just a beautiful, beautiful facility that's located just a block away from campus housing. So from Rankin Dining, we'll head over to the market. And this is important because you can use your meal plan here as well. So your meal plan at Columbus State includes your meals per week in the dining hall, which is good at the Rankin Dining Hall at RiverPark and the Cougar Caf on main campus. And then you have Cougar Cash, and Cougar Cash is good for, on main campus, the food court, the Chick-fil-A, the Subway, the Einstein Brothers, the Pods. But here at RiverPark, it's good for the market. And the market's important, especially if you live at RiverPark, because it not only has like snacks, you know, candy bars and sweets and that kind of stuff, but also has things like loaves of bread, fresh fruit, some vegetables, small meals like frozen dinners, that kind of stuff, chips. And that's important because you do have a full kitchen in your living facility here at RiverPark Campus. And so you can come in and not have to worry about getting to a grocery store to buy toiletries and to buy some simple food items. You can do that at the market. And so really blessed to have that and able to offer our students. It is right on the corner of Broadway crossing, so very easy to access for our students that live at RiverPark Campus, very centralized and very, very close to first-year student housing at RiverPark Campus. From there, we'll walk down Broadway to Frank Brown Hall. Frank Brown Hall is one of the newest buildings here at Columbus State University. The front part is a newer addition to the city and to Columbus State. The back part, which you can see towards the rear of the building, is going to be an old newspaper building that we've actually refurbished as one of the oldest buildings in the Southeast with a Mediterranean tile roof. It's a fun fact to know. And it's home to our College of Education and Health Professions. So if you want to be a teacher or if you want to be a nurse, more than likely, this is where your classes are going to be. And so we have all the simulation labs for nursing students. We have simulated classrooms, lecture halls for our education majors, and just a beautiful addition to the university. It's really expanded our footprint into Uptown. And so catty-cornered from Frank Brown Hall is going to be Salt Life. Everyone knows Salt Life, the apparel brand. You've probably seen the stickers on the back of every Tahoe Suburban or pickup truck running around your town. That's located in Columbus, Georgia, their headquarters. And so we have their flagship store, which is adjacent from Frank Brown Hall. Some great restaurants are located right around Frank Brown. There's new hotels being built right around Frank Brown. So we're excited to be in such a cool spot on Broadway Avenue here at Frank Brown Hall. From Frank Brown, we want to talk about some of the additional facilities at RiverPark. And so this is going to be more of a cloister that's located back near campus housing. So things like University Police. So that's all, you know, that's a concern when you have an urban style campus. How are the students staying safe? And so we have a police precinct right in the middle of RiverPark Campus. So they have a great timing to students if they need to. You know, they're always around. They're around 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. They're available to our students. We have a student affairs office and a residence life office, a student activity center at RiverPark Campus. So you don't have to come to main campus if you have a residence life issue or if you want to have a hangout space. We have those facilities at RiverPark. We have a bookstore located at RiverPark Campus across the street here from the University Police Department. So you don't have to necessarily go to main campus to get your books or apparel or swag. You can do that at RiverPark. And one of the coolest things I think of is we have a student health center located at RiverPark Campus right in the middle of student housing. So if you're not feeling well and you need to see a nurse or a nurse practitioner, you don't have to come all the way to main campus or go to the hospital. you can go to the student health clinic that's located at RiverPark Campus. So we wanted to mirror pretty much the same offices and facilities that you would find at main campus to be able to offer those at RiverPark as well. So I'm very blessed to have those facilities down at RiverPark Campus. We also want to talk about the Woodruff Riverfront Park. And so in front of the Riverside Theater Complex is a beautiful green space with a splash pad. Mostly kids, like younger kids, will go in the splash pad, but sometimes to cool off in the summer, you'll see our students or even faculty staff, not going to name any names, but yeah, I've been in it. But a beautiful green space that, you know, we have the fortunate ability to have at Columbus State as part of our university. What's also great about Woodruff Riverfront Park is that the city uses it as well. And so there's going to be food truck festivals and food festivals and arts and crafts stuff and Green on the Green and just all kinds of different things going on in Woodruff Park that's so close for our students. It sits right on top of the Chattahoochee River. And it has the Columbus River Walk as part of it as well. So really blessed to have that as part of our university. From there, we'll go down to the Coca-Cola Space Science Center. This probably is my favorite building and facility that we have at Columbus State University. I'm really into space and, you know, astronomy and that kind of stuff. So to have the Coca-Cola Space Science Center is a blessing for me and for our students as well. So if you're an Earth and Space Science major, astrophysics and planetary geology, you will have classes here. But, you know, is just a student that doesn't have those. We have great opportunities, some really cool artifacts, parts of the NASA program. So parts of the space shuttle are located there. There's great simulators. We have an amazing planetarium that does shows regularly. And so if you like look at the telescopes, they have astronomy nights at Coca-Cola Space Science Center. They have a lot of activities for younger students. So elementary and middle school age students have the opportunity to come in and do team building opportunities. It's just a really cool part of our portfolio here at Columbus State, and just a building that is multi-use and really, really cool. So if you ever get a chance to come down and visit with Coca-Cola Space Science Center, or when you're a student at CSU, we encourage you to take part in some of the activities that they have at Coca-Cola. We can't talk about Uptown Columbus without talking about whitewater rafting. Columbus State University is really blessed to have, you know, our RiverPark campus. And one of the things that makes RiverPark and Uptown Columbus so, you know, unique is the whitewater rafting opportunity. So Columbus, Georgia is home to 2.5 miles of urban whitewater rafting. It's the longest stretch of urban whitewater rafting anywhere in the world. It's been featured in numerous publications, travel guides, you know, USA Today has featured it. And so it's really cool. So a lot of times when you're whitewater rafting, if you want to whitewater raft, you got to go into really rural areas where there's not a lot of restaurants, not a lot of other things to do. That's not the case here in Columbus, Georgia. So it runs right through Uptown Columbus. We have class 1, 2, 3, and 4 level rapids. The picture you see here was at one of the there's two different, you know, there's 2 different rafting trips you can take. One that's more of like a low flow of water, and one that is more of a high flow of water. This one is more of the high flow of water. So if you're a little scared or shy about whitewater rafting, you may want to go on that low flow of water first. But if you want something a little more challenging and adventurous, you can definitely go on that high flow of water. One of the coolest things about the whitewater rafting course is the last wave or the last rapid is a man-made rapid. It's called, it's a wave shaper that was put into the river. And what's cool about it is it's constant and consistent flow of water. So with that, there's always kayakers and canoers and people rafting that can go up to it and just get that consistent flow and practice. So we've had kayaking competitions in Columbus, you know, whitewater rafting type stuff. But one of the other cool things of having that consistent flow of water in the shape of the wave is that you can freshwater surf. And so you'll see people with surfboards. Seriously, I've seen them in Columbus, Georgia, and you're like, where in the world are they going? Is this some kind of joke? No, they're going down to the Chattahoochee River and surfing. So if you've ever wanted to learn to surf, you can come on down to Columbus, Georgia and learn how to do it. So One of the other cool things about this whitewater rafting course is there are zip lines available to do as well. So it's the only zip line in the United States of America where you can zip line from one state to another. So you can go from Georgia to Alabama, and you can actually come back as well. It's a really exciting opportunity, and just throw it in your Google machine, zip line, Columbus, Georgia, and watch the videos of that. It's really, really cool. Uptown Columbus is also home to some really cool restaurants and, eateries and that kind of stuff. So popular places are the Cannon Brew Pub, Mama Goldberg's Deli, Froyo. So like if you like Froyo, Freeze Frame is really popular. Chili Thai, which is great Thai food. Samurai, which is a Japanese and sushi bar, really cool. And there's over 30 restaurants in the Uptown Columbus area that are all walkable from our campus housing. So really blessed to have those. One of the biggest rivalries, I would say, is the coffee shop. So everyone has their favorites, either Iron Bank or Fountain City Coffee. So if you love coffee, you must try both and then determine which one is best for you. I'm a Fountain City guy. I really enjoy both. I just enjoy what Fountain City has. They don't pay me. They're not sponsoring me by any means, but that's just the one that I prefer. But definitely go in to both and sample both. They have great drinks and just cool atmosphere. So definitely go and check those out. And then Uptown Columbus, Georgia is also a big arts area. And so on the top left corner, we have the River Center for the Performing Arts, which is adjacent to the Saunders Center for Music. This auditorium space is just unbelievably beautiful. All of your national musicals and bands and touring acts, comedians that perform here. And so great opportunities for our students to go and watch some of those and get discounted or free tickets or take lessons from those musicians. I mean, just an amazing facility, truly amazing. On the top right corner, we have the Springer Opera House, which is the State Theater of Georgia. So if you're into plays, one acts, that kind of stuff, just an amazing performance space. Again, the State Theater of Georgia, it has that designation, and a truly historic and beautiful opera house and theater that we have here in Columbus, Georgia. In the bottom left corner is the Bo Bartlett Center. I mentioned that before as part of our art program and art facilities at Columbus State. And so Bo Bartlett is a famous Impressionist painter that hails from Columbus, Georgia. We are blessed to house his permanent gallery in our facility at the Corn Center. And so just, it's been amazing. And so you see the picture of the people standing in the middle of the room looking at one of those paintings, and the painting is just towering over them. That's real. These paintings are 10, 12, 15 feet tall, 10, 15, 20 feet wide. And you can truly just get lost in them by going down to Corn Center and the Bo Bartlett Center and just taking in all of Bo's amazing work. So we're really excited to have that as part of our university and able to showcase that art for him. So that's a RiverPark campus. We hope you've enjoyed your virtual tour of RiverPark. We want you to come see it for yourself as well. So if you're ever in the area, you can most certainly just drive through and get a feel for what RiverPark is like. Or if you want to schedule an official campus tour, we would love for you to do that as well. So hope you have a great day. Thanks for coming. Pause up and go Cougars.